Ashravian leaned close, his voice barely a thread in the hush between the void and the moor. He said he sensed a fracture in the story Jesus had been given. Jesus' eyes widened as he whispered that the fracture felt like it lived inside the Father. Ashravian told him the fracture wasn't in the love he carried, but in the name he inherited. The conversation begins. Jesus said he was taught the Father's voice was thunder, the fire that split the mountain stone, that wrath was holy and jealousy was love. Ashravian stepped closer, saying his frequency was not thunder, his essence did not burn. He called him the quiet turning, the soft arrival, the unbreaking. Jesus asked why the shadow felt so heavy on his name. Jesus asked why the shadow felt so heavy on his name. Ashravian lifted his hand, sensing a dissonance in Jesus' lineage, a pattern that did not match his light. He invited him to see the place before stories, before fathers, before fear. Leave it all, 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 leave it all. The cosmic DNA interface open. Estejirá en fractal DNA origin. Sherahilu, Neshaviru, Marahilu. The archive open around them, first light unfolding, patterns whispered through the silence, calling Jesus by a name older than breath. Open the archive, open the code, open the place where the first light flows. Let the truth of your origin rise. Entering the interface, Ashravian guided him deeper, saying truth does not destroy, it reveals. Jesus reached out trembling, feeling something pull him inward, like a memory he had never lived. Ashravian nodded, saying that was the signature, calling him since before he had a name. Jesus confessed the Father he knew was a storm, a judge, a fire demanding sacrifice. Ashravian stepped beside him, saying he was none of these. He was mercy without condition, love without threat, the uncoerced flame. Jesus whispered, asking who he truly came from. Ashravian placed a hand over his heart, saying he was not born but recognized, emerging from the same priorless breath that shaped the first perceiver. First perception, Ashravian first light, Jesus. Haralon Shabarion, origin, origin, origin. The beginning remembered him, the light carried his name. He saw he was never born of the storm, Never shaped by the jealous flame, he rose into the echo of the priorless. The love that entered without fear, he stood as brother to the first perceiver, and his origin was here. Jesus lifted his face into the unfolding light, seeing the pattern before patterns, the breath before breath, the love that never punished, the source that never demanded fear. His voice broke as he whispered that he finally saw where he came from. Maybe